Hello everyone, this is Ty's Trains and Things, and well, it's that time of year again to where February's right around the corner, and wow. um Now me and well, I'm just gonna get straight into this. Basically, this is my synopsis or my hypothesis on, well, what we may or may not be getting for Bachmann Thomas and Friends 2022, literally 20 years, and I did not know that until actually the legend himself, Terrence the Tractor 525, just told me this. um, and me and him were both pretty excited about the new Thomas and Friends merchandise that's coming out from Bachmann. So here is my hypothesis on new characters. I'm honestly hoping for either Stepney or Bogo. I don't care for the CGI characters. I mean, everyone is still pretty excited for Ryan. But I'm honestly hoping for Stepney because Stepney is maybe one of the most heavily requested engines since, I want to say, Bachmann Duck or Oliver. Because we're almost done with the classic series characters. I want to say we're almost done. I mean that heavily. Um, I mean, just for an HO engine, I wouldn't mind seeing Stepney or Boko because they're working on the Daisy chassis and everything else. And Daisy should be shipping out pretty soon from what Doug said on the Thomas Tuesday live stream. I try to keep up with that kind of stuff nowadays because, I mean, Thomas Tuesday is always a huge live stream and a big hit, and it's just, oh my god, it's so awesome. But nonetheless, I'm rambling. So yeah, HO engines. I would like to see. We're already getting Daisy. Boko or Stepney, or I'd like to see D261. I know he's just a one-off character, but Hornby made him, and he is so sought after. I would love to get him, or mainly him, honestly. I think he would be a great introduction to the diesel line for the Bachmann engines. Because right now, all we got is Class 03s, and yeah, the majority of the line was Class 03s, which was Diesel, Arian Burt, Paxton now, Grumpy Diesel. I mean, we did have Salty at one point, but now we just have Mavis. And I think now we just have Mavis, Diesel, and Paxton. Yeah, those are the only three engines now that we have that are diesels. Well, Daisy now, of course, so 4. But still, we need another diesel at least. In terms of HO narrow gauge, I want to say they're going to do Sir Handel. I want to say they're going to do him. I think having the main 5, even though Duncan would be cool to have next, but I really think they should do Sir Handel next, because they were the first 5 introduced, and, well, including Duke. So personally, Sir Handel, I would love to see him for the narrow gauge engine. Now, if it is Duncan, I'll be amazed. If it's Duncan, I will be amazed if they do Duncan, but I really think they're going to do Sir Handel next. In terms of rolling stock, Terrence actually said something about this in another video, I believe in his 2019 hypothesis video. The circus wagons from the hit era. I think I seen the Hornby ones, and I seen the review on Train Boy's channel, and I'm not gonna lie, those Hornby circus wagons are really, really nice, and I think they would be just really nice pieces of rolling stock to just have. I mean, personally, I would love to see them, announce the entire lineup, like Circus Troublesome Trucks or something. No, no, no. Circus Wagons and, um, yeah, Circus Trucks, Circus Cattle Cars, Ventilated Cars, something. I mean, Flat Wagon. I mean, come on. I would love to have a circus train. I mean, that was one of the biggest things for Thomas in the hit era, and there was another one, but I can't remember. I want to say it was the hit era, mainly, because those cars were actually pretty. They were really beautiful. Um, I still kind of want to see the Chinese Dragon. I still want to see that. And honestly, I want to see the breakdown train. I really want to see the breakdown train come back. Hornby did it once, I think. Yeah, they did the breakdown train, and it's like super rare now. You can't even find it anymore, and I am sorry. I would love to see the breakdown train. It would be a really nice it would be something different, and it would be something that would be, in a huge I mean honestly, the breakdown train, that really needs to happen. No, they don't need to be. Now, if they decide to do it as Judy and Jerome from The Adventure Begins, I don't mind that. But I would personally rather them be the normal breakdown trains where they had no character. I mean, because that wasn't in the it wasn't in the original books. I really hope they go RWS or model series accurate for the breakdown train. But since it is marketing, I don't know. It's kind of hard now. I mean, you're either against Judy and Jerome or you're with them. I'm kind of stuck in the middle, in terms of that. But personally, um, if they did the breakdown train, I would rather them be the normal versions that everyone grew up with. Well, mostly everybody grew up with, and that would just be the plain simple versions with no names or faces. I mean, that would be the best thing, in my opinion. So I would love to see that. In terms of HO narrow gauge, I guess the gunpowder tanker, I think that would be cool to see. I know people make customs out of the Ertl one and all that other stuff, but I would like to see something official. I don't really consider. I wouldn't mind seeing the narrow gauge coal wagons. That would be really neat. The coal cars. That would be really nice, because we got the slate wagons. We got the slate wagons. We got the open wagon. We got the ventilated vans. We got the coaches. We got the brake vans now. I really think that they should expand a little bit and do either. They could either do the refreshment lady truck. The refreshment lady coach, or maybe the dinosaur one or the elephant one would dunk it. I don't know. There's a bunch of pieces of rolling stock they could definitely do. The organ car or something. I mean, from Tuneful Toots or something. I don't know. Just something like that would be kind of nice in terms of rolling stock. And maybe for non-powered vehicles, I mean for non-locomotive characters, let's see. I do have Terrence now, but I mean I'm talking about characters like Terrence and stuff. I think it would be nice to finally see Trevor, because Trevor is one of those classic series road vehicles. I would love to see him. And I wouldn't mind seeing Bulgy either. Bulgy would be really nice, because I think the last non-engine character they released was Jeremy the Jet Plane. I want to say he was the last one. And We haven't had one since. I really think that the road vehicles would be something Bachmann should really reconsider. Um, I mean, they're still making them, of course. I mean, they haven't discontinued them yet. Um, knock on wood, but I really, really want to see them tackle Trevor and Bulgy and maybe even Caroline, George. I mean, there's several other characters they could do in the not in the road vehicle territory, and that's just something that I would like to see them uh, continue in terms of that. And if I had to choose any re-entry, I mean they're already reintroducing the Red Express coaches, which I'm very excited for those. So I mean that was probably number one, but now my number one is for a re-entry. Um, bring back the tar tanker. Like, come on, get rid of the oil one, get rid of the water one, get rid of those ridiculous CGI tankers. Bring back the classic tar tanker, please, Bachmann. That would be nice to see come back again. And that's in terms of rolling stock. In terms of engines, obviously bring back Salty, man. I mean, come on. This is one of your best models. I mean, look at him. Look at this boy. He is just a beautiful model all around. I got this guy off eBay, and he still runs very loudly. But yeah, bring back Salty. I mean, this is like one of your best models. And stay tuned for another video. I'm gonna do my top five, maybe 10 models that I currently own of from the Bachmann Thomas line. I'll probably do maybe 5 just to keep it simple. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I'm really looking forward to. In terms of engine characters, again, either Stepney or Boko, Sir Handel or Duncan, one of those people. Because we already got Peterson, we already got Rusty, we already got Rheneas, and pretty oddly, I've been trying to buy well, not right now, of course, but I'm trying to get into the narrow gauge stuff, and I wanted Scarlo to be my first one, of course. But yeah, he's not available at all anywhere. So I hope the next batch will come in soon. Hopefully around the summer, I'm hoping. Maybe sooner than later, but I'm hoping to start my narrow gauge stuff here pretty soon. Because I really want to get to work on those. Now, if they make Mike, Rex, and Bert, that would be pretty cool, but that's almost Z scale right there you're talking. And it would be Z. Yeah, it would be it would be Z scale. It would be Z track, but HO. I don't think they're ever gonna tackle Mike, Rex, and Bert, unfortunately. But it would be cool if they did. But I don't think they're gonna do that, because that would be like there would only be 3 engines. And now if they did like Jacques and Frank, that would be kind of cool. But they're way too small, and they would be very fragile. I wouldn't do it. But I wouldn't dare go into the Arsdale small railway engines. I wouldn't do it. But nonetheless, yeah, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to discuss about. So, yeah, hope you all enjoy your lovely weekend, and here's to the next Thomas Tuesday, eh? All right, see you all later.